Declan, as you probably know, was in Ireland before Patrick. He was led into Ardmore by the stone from the shore in Wales with the bell up in it. He forgot his bell that the Pope gave him when he was saying Mass on the shores of Wales. So it led him into Ardmore, reputedly. But I believe that the beauty of Ardmore that attracted Declan, mystics are always attracted by beauty. So, you know John Keats's poem, truth is beauty, beauty truth, that is all ye know on earth and all ye need to know. Anyway, he arrived in Ardmore and he looked for land to build a church. And the Druids, of course, were in control. They wouldn't give him any land. They said, we haven't enough land for ourselves. So the black water flowed out over at that end of the strand in those days. So Declan said, let you all come over to Whiting Bay, he says with me. All the people of Ardmore, I'll give you all the land you want. And they all went over with him. Now Declan said, no one is to speak a word while I carry out my magic, or miracle I suppose you'd call it. And they said nothing. And he held up his hand and he drove back the black water until he got over there again at the end of the strand. And there was lots of reptiles and lizards and snakes and even crocodiles, I suppose, and left wriggling in the river bed when he had done it. And the young fellow in the audience got frightened and he shouted, stop, Father, you have done enough, he said. And that broke the spell. And Declan turned around and he hit him a flam of the open hand into the face. And the young fellow ran away and he ran over this way. And there was drops of blood fell out of his nose, and that's where these springs that are here today at low spring tide, you can only see them at a very low spring tide, and this is very low today. Of course the land used to be out as far as this in those days nearly. And that's the story. The magic springs. St. Declan's Holy Springs, we'll call it. Like Mikey Bryan used to say, St. Declan's Blessed Well, I'll call them Holy Springs.